20 years ago, when a survey was distributed on rebuilding the Twin Towers in New York City, roughly half of the people said that they should rebuild the towers just as they were before, only maybe one story higher. Another quarter of people, 25%, said, I believe that a different set of office buildings should be built on the same location. And yet another 25% said, I believe we should build a memorial park in that location. But virtually everyone said we need to rebuild. Well, hello, and welcome to another Heart to Heart Talk with me. I'm John Kuert, the interim pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me once again. Here we are on a Tuesday, August the 13th, and I hope that all is well with you, and I hope that I can be a blessing to you and an uplift and inspiration in your life today. Well, that was the message of Nehemiah. We need to rebuild. It was Nehemiah's idea. It was Nehemiah's vision. Well, actually, it was God's vision, as Nehemiah felt so burdened for his city that had been devastated when Nebuchadnezzar came and destroyed the city and took many of the young people, especially, captive. So anyway, the Jewish city was destroyed. Jerusalem was destroyed in 586 BC. Well, about 140 years later, God raises up a Jewish man in what is today southwestern Iran. His name was Nehemiah. And he said, we can become a great nation once again. Together we can do it. And through prayer and determination, his vision became a reality. Have you ever heard of the Christian singer Renee Bondy? Well, neither had I until I read about her recently. In 1988, she was a music teacher and a terrific Christian singer, and she was happily engaged to her fiancé, Mike. Her wedding was just 2 months away, but in a freak accident, she fell out of bed, she broke her neck and the fourth vertebrae of her spinal cord. They took her to the hospital, and the doctors told her, you will never walk again and you'll never sing again. You'll only be able to whisper. But while she was in the hospital, one song kept going through her mind. Be not afraid, I go before you always. Come follow me, and I will give you rest. It was God's way of telling her, I'm going to help get you through this. You're going to be all right. And she got out of the hospital, and she married her fiancé, and she worked hard at her therapy. And one day, a musician friend came over and said, Renee, try singing along with me on the piano. And she started to cry. She whispered, Jim, I can't do it. But Jim started playing. Be not afraid, I go before you always. That's the name of the song that God used to comfort her in the hospital. Now, how could this piano player have known about that? So she started singing, and by the end of the song, they were both sobbing, and God had given Renee her voice back. Since then, she made 4 albums, and in 1995, she became one of the few quadriplegics to give birth to a son. And she travels, or she did, all over the world and told people that God is the God of the impossible and that he can rebuild broken lives. So perhaps you're in the middle of a rebuilding project right now. Some of you might be trying to rebuild the trust of your marriage, or you may be trying to rebuild your career, or your finances, or your sense of confidence, and you're starting to wonder if you're dealing with an impossible situation. But Luke 1:37 says, nothing is impossible with God. God specializes in impossible situations, And just as God helped Nehemiah rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, he can rebuild the ruins of your life. Well, thanks for joining me once again. And I would again invite you to stop by our website there, alphaag.org, or go to our Facebook page to find out more about the church in Clarion, Pennsylvania. It's a great little church, a great worship team, got great fellowship, and I try to bring a relevant message every week. So check us out. In the meantime, have a great day and God bless you. We will see you again. Bye-bye.